Molecular gastronomy is an innovative way of cooking born in 1992. Its pillars are to amplify and not destroy the traditional cuisine. Each technique and new dish has to valorize the natural and first quality ingredients. And lastly, it has to take care of the nutritional values and the well-being of those who eat, not paying attention only to the aesthetic aspects. The experience area is a space where we can have a full immersion into this type of cuisine. The space, situated at the first floor of MB8, is the first area that will be found after the entrance and before the dining. Technically, this area is made by a resin floor, black painted walls, two kinds of grids, the first one for the panels lighting and the second one for hanging lights and projectors, and lastly the sliding glass panels that can be retro-projected. Inspired by glacier formation made by Art and Wax Studio at Milan Design Week in 2015, the space wants to bring you into a dark mood where the experience that you can find are highlighted. As the name of the space says, the most important part of this area is the experience that the user will have during the journey. The first disposition that can be found wants to give importance to the way in which the food can be tasted by using different kinds of scenographical devices. So, the first type of tasting, proposed with little pipettes on the wall, is the smelling of different aromas that come from food mixes. The second one, represented with this big structure hanged from the ceiling, is the release of different taste drops to enjoy an unusual but effective combination of flavors. The third one, displayed simply on a table, is the tasting of a food which ingredients are different from what it seems to be, so you have to guess them. The last one is the tasting of edible paper that is presented as a work of art that you can customize. But, as said before, the glass panels are sliding and rotating thanks to a central pin, so different disposition can be seen and different kind of journey can be experienced. We can create a big screen walls made for the presentation of a new dish, or separated spaces for tasting different foods, or we can create a journey for the tasting of a complete meal. This particular one wants to present 4 dishes, one for each step of the meal. Moreover, each of these dishes will use a different technique of the molecular cuisine, and this method in the space will be explained with the projection on the panels. So, going deeply into this journey, the first step is the tasting of a molecular drink that the mixologist will prepare in front of you with the smoking technique. The second one will be a salty dish, and this will be the famous Ferran Adria's vanishing ravioli. For creating this spectacular transparent ravioli, the edible paper is used. The third step of the meal will be the fruit, where the strawberry will be offered as caviar. This dish is the most famous molecular technique, the spherification. The journey will end with a coffee, not the classic one, but the foam coffee created thanks to the emulsification. When the experience ends, the client is supposed to reach the dining area, where he can order his favorite dishes.